Alrighty, hello guys and welcome your faces back to another Sprocket video. Today we are going to be trying to build a Panzer IV. So let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we? Okie dokie, so the Panzer IV does actually have this pretty much this sort of setup on the tracks. However, we're going to change them a little bit. We're going to make more road wheels if we can. By decreasing the diameter. There we go. That looks more like it. And I don't really think we'll have to change that all that much. We're going to make the idler a little bit bigger. We're going to make the sprocket a little bit bigger as well. And then we should have a relatively good looking tank here. So we'll go with the sprocket being 0.85. We'll have the idler be exactly the same size as that, because it just makes sense. 0.85. Alright, we can't. Never mind. We'll make it a little bit smaller then. 0.75. And we'll actually put the spacing in so that this actually fits. So let's go ahead and make the road wheels a little bit smaller. And there we go. That actually looks pretty good. We'll keep that. Okay, with that being said though, we are actually going to raise the idler up. We're also going to raise the returns up and stuff like that. And then we'll start building the rest of the tank, because it just makes sense. So let's go ahead and make the height of these a lot taller. There we go, very good. We'll make the height of the idler a lot taller as well. There we go, awesome. And we'll also make the height of the sprocket a lot taller as well. Alright, good. Yes. If we go to the suspension, we can actually do the rest angle as well. That'll lift it up a little bit. And that seems to be a pretty good angle for me. I like it. Okie dokie. So the front of this tank is relatively strange. Or relatively... It should be pretty easy to do. I'm not going to lie. But essentially, it's pretty flat on the front. We're going to go ahead and lower this down a little bit, like so. And then we need this offset to go backwards just a little bit like that. And then we need this piece to be essentially flat. Yeah, we do. We need it to be flat, which is weird. We're going to increase this way. We're going to do this way as well. And yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Okie dokie. So I am actually thinking as well that the sprocket on this thing was actually at the front. So we're going to go ahead and put the front sprocket on. And that'll help us out. We're going to lower the idler just a little bit as well, because I think it is on the real tank. And that looks alright. Yes, that does actually look okay. Yes. We pretty much start with the actual real shape of this thing as well, don't we? So that's kind of interesting. But anyway, go straight back to the base. And we'll raise this up just a little bit. Alright, very cool. We'll actually make it a little bit wider as well. We'll make it about 3 wide. We'll make it 7 long. I don't really know how big the real tank was, but we're going to go with pretty big, to be honest. And we'll see if this works. Oh, actually, we might as well go for the real thing. What am I doing? So the width of it is actually 2.88. Here we go, so 2.8, very good. And the length of it is literally only 6, or like 5.9. So we'll actually bring it a lot smaller. And that is actually it. That's the size of the real tank. That's kind of crazy. Okie dokie. So now I actually want to put I don't know what the cheeks are called, but I want to put a cheek on this that hopefully makes it look a little bit better. So we're actually going to put a cheek on it like this. That doesn't really look like there's a cheek there. I mean, it does, but I want it to essentially... I want this to work. Yeah, I do. I want this to work, and I'm not entirely sure how to make it work nicely, because I do want this to be here, but I don't know how much of it I want to be there, you know? You know what I mean? Because like I could extend this like pretty much all the way back, and then that would make the front of it be very tiny. It's not really the plan, so we'll actually put a little cheek on it to there, and that seems to be okay. Alright, very good. Go to crew, and we'll actually automatically put this on, because the driver's seat is on this side. We'll put the gunner seat on the other side, but for now we'll put this just above the driver's seat. There we go. And we'll put another one over here. Alright, cool. There we go. Actually, let's put this on both sides. It just makes sense. Press X. There we go. Alright, put that right there. Awesome. Yes. Okie dokie. So let's go ahead and quickly move on to the turret, because I do want that to look okay. Let's go ahead and make the length of it a lot shorter in the middle. There we go, very good. And I guess the front of it is actually pretty stubby, so we're going to push this quite far back. We're going to make it really tall, and we're only going to put a tiny angle on it. There we go. Alright, cool, that's good. And then the back of it is actually pretty long on these things, and still pretty wide. They are pretty wide tanks, so pretty wide turrets. So we'll go with something a little bit like that. Yeah, alright, maybe. I don't know. Not very good at getting these exact. I'm not going to lie. Okie dokie, so we are actually going to roll with that. It might actually want to be a little bit bigger as well. I'm not going to lie. There is quite a lot of room behind it usually. But we're going to go ahead and move it forwards. Alright, if we can move it forwards just a little bit like this, then I feel like we've got enough room behind, we've got enough room in front, we've got enough room down here, and all that seems to work out fine, I guess. I'm making the turret a little bit wider at the back, purely because I think it is actually pretty wide at the back anyway. We're going to go ahead and lower this in a little bit as well, because I think that makes sense. And that actually looks alright. Cool. Let's go straight to crew. Go back to the commander things. We'll put one of these on the top at the back, because I think that's where they usually are. And that looks alright. Yes. Alright, firepower. We need a turret. I'm not sure what kind of turrets they really had. Something like this seems to make sense to me, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it'll be one of these. So we're actually just going to go ahead and attach that on straight like that, and that makes it look like an American tank. Hot diggity dog, it really does. Alright, cool. Go straight into this. We'll put a... is that like a German one? Maybe? I don't really know. That seems... maybe. I don't know. We'll go with that anyway. Seems fine. Gunner sights, we'll just go straight above it, purely because we do want to be able to see what we're shooting at. So there we go. Very good. And, yeah, you know what? Kind of like that. Okay, fender time. We're going to go ahead and offset it to the front. We're going to take it all the way to the front like this. And, yeah, that just makes sense. That does just make sense. Very good. Okay, good. Section length, we can make it bigger or smaller if we want to. We're going to make it huge. There we go. Yes. Section length, massive. Good. Wait, these are the tanks with the big riveted parts on, aren't they? I think they are. So we're actually going to try and put on a few of these if we possibly can. Now, I don't know how we get the right shape for these. I'm not going to lie. Yes. I don't know how we put it in the right place, to be honest. But what we could do is do something like this. There we go. Sort of fits out. That's good. Actually, the fender needs to come out more. There we go. The fender needs to sort of hit this. There we go. That makes sense. We'll put on a bunch of these because they just make sense. Here we go. Put it in. Put it in the right way. Ookily dookily. Why can't that fit? Why doesn't that work? What? No! Wait, actually, get rid of it for now. Get rid of the fender, because it might be getting in the way. And then we'll put it back. It is getting in the way. Alright, there we go. Okay, good. We'll continue this backwards. I'm not sure how big this should be. But that looks alright, yes. That looks just fine. And then I think we go with, like, a square one. Oh, God. If I can get this in the right place. For some reason, I can't put it down. How very annoying. Very annoying. There we go, something like that. That works. And then realistically, we just want one of these on the front and one of these on the back. And then it'll look alright. But we need to fit it first. We might have to move everything down one. I mean, we can do that. Yeah, we'll move it all down one. There we go. Oh, no, I just clicked it in a place. That took forever. Come on. There we go. All right, very good. We're going to lower the rest of these down as well because it just makes sense. There we go. And then this one just makes sense too. Come on. There we go. Very good. We're going to get rid of this one, and we're just going to whack one of these on instead, on this side, just like this. And we're just going to whack it on just like that, I guess. Yeah, no, that totally works. Awesome. It's not really big enough, and it doesn't really, like, have the right angle or anything, but I'm okay with keeping it like that for now, because I think it looks alright. Also, we can totally do this along the top as well, to hopefully make that bit look a little bit better, but I think these would have to be tiny, wouldn't they? They would. They would have to be really small. I kind of feel like doing it anyway, though. Alright, I'm actually going to leave it like that. That seems a little bit weird to just add those 3 pieces, but we're going to go with them anyway. Which seems alright. Yes, we're gonna leave it like that. Alright, so, placeable stuff, we're going to leave all of those. We could do this, of course, but we're not going to. We also need to extend this back out, because it needs to meet up with that bit. There we go. Alright, very good. That works. Yeah, that's awesome. Good. Alright, cool. They meet up. That is fantastic. Okie dokie. So now we're going to go back to the base, and we're going to go ahead and work on trying to make this look a little bit better. So I think if we did... Well, not really that. That doesn't really work. No. That's not really what I wanted. It's not. That's not it. No. I don't know how to fit this properly. I have no idea how to make this bit look right. Oh, God. No, that sucks. Uh-oh. Idea. Okay, rear strip. We don't want to do anything with that. Sponsors, rear. Here we go, like this. There we go. Awesome. We're actually going to delete all of these pieces because we don't want them. Hold on, where are they? Mobility. Get rid of this. Okay, we don't want you. We don't want you. And we don't want you. Okay, fantastic. And sure, that looks alright. I honestly feel like the turret is too small. I'm not going to lie. I feel like the turret is way too small. But I'm not sure how we want to make it look to make it look normal. So maybe if we bring it out like this. Just a little bit. There we go. We bring it up and we bring this back. Wider. There we go. And then we go at the bottom, the actual base, and we bring this in a little bit. Does that look better or worse? I have no idea. Never mind, I've put a Panzer thing on it. Let's go ahead and continue with it. Yes. Okay, right. So what am I doing? Firepower. That's already in. That's good. I don't know what kind of gun they really had. Actually, this tank did have like a wide range of guns, I believe. Some were very short and stout, and some were very long. So, not entirely sure what we do with that, but that's okay. Can we put one of these on? I guess it didn't really have them, but like it would be cool to have one, wouldn't it? It'd be cool to put that on there. Yeah, we're gonna roll with that. Storages and stuff like that we can put on later. Crew hatches, we're just gonna... Well, actually, I don't really know. I don't really know where the crew hatches were on this thing. We're gonna put one here, because I believe it makes sense to go there, just underneath the driver's window. There we go. And realistically, we could put one on the other side as well. There we go. Why not? Okay, now machine gun, please. We need one of these to go on the end. On this little bit right here. It's going to be relatively big. So we're just going to shove that on right there. That looks awesome. And that totally fits. Okie dokie, lights. Let's go ahead and get some lights and just whack them on right here, because that just makes sense. We'll put it on both sides and we'll put it right there. So we'll actually be able to see forwards. Don't know whether they had rear lights, but we'll go ahead and whack some on anyway, because we can. There we go, very good. And then storages, I honestly don't really know where to put these. But we're going to make some small ones on the back right here. There we go, some right there. We're going to... What is this? I don't really know where this would go. I have no idea where that would go. Or this one, actually. In fact, let's go ahead and put more of these on. Here we go. So smaller ones on the sides. Right there. Okie dokie, very good. And then another one as well. Because we can. There. Okie dokie. And then up, left a bit, down, there. Alright, fantastic. That actually looks pretty good. I like it. You know what I feel is wrong with this? I feel like it's too tall. Like, well, I feel like the turret's too tall for the body. But that does mean that the body's probably too short. But with that being said, how short should the body be? I don't know. Lower section, let's make it a little bit higher. There we go. And I think that fits the angles more. And then if we go to the turret, we'll actually lower it down. There we go. Lower the front bit down as well, like this. And then attach the back bit like this. A little bit. And I think that looks a little bit more like it. But at the same time, not really. Damn it. I feel like we may have failed to build a Panzer IV. I'm not going to lie. I feel like we have definitely failed with this. Which kind of sucks a little bit. But we're going to continue anyway. And we'll add just random stuff to it and hopefully make it a little bit better. And that would be pretty cool. So we'll attach a bucket and spade and hand grenade to those. We'll put this on the back, because why not? We'll put these pieces on the edges right there. We'll have some on the front as well right there. And we'll attach some to the very front, like this. And we'll attach some to the very back, also like this. Alright, there we go. Fantastic. I like it. Good. We're then going to add some of these pieces, because we can. We're going to add some of these pieces also, because we can. Right there. And we're going to add some of these as well. And there we go. Alright, cool. I'm actually pretty happy with this as is. I mean, I know it's not amazing, but it totally works. Which is fantastic. If we go back to mobility, and we go to... tracks, I believe. Yes, we can actually change all of the wheels on this thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this bit. We're going to change it to these kind of tracks. We're going to put these tracks on the front. Like this. Because I believe they did really have them. Like they had them on the front. Which I think would be pretty cool. So we're going to add them right there. That looks okay. Yes. Okay, cool. And then realistically as well, they could have had them here. That looks good. And they could have had them elsewhere. Okie dokie, so let's go back to firepower real quick, and we'll start working on the gun a little bit. Now, I'm not entirely sure how I want this to look. The caliber is going to be 75 millimeters. Shell length 75 centimeters. Okay, interesting. Start length. We're actually going to make this very small. We're going to make this very small and stubby like this. Because I think those turrets look cool. So, start thickness, let's go with pretty thick. There we go. End thickness, pretty thick as well. Start thickness of this one, pretty thick also. And end thickness, yeah, I guess pretty thick all the way around. Alright, cool. Let's lower this bit a little bit. There we go. Start thickness a lot lower. There we go. Fantastic. Looks a bit weird, but I guess it would work. Alright, cool. Mobility. So, I've been taught about engines a little bit, and I still don't really understand, but we'll see. Wait, actually, where did the exhaust go on this? I honestly have no idea where the exhaust would go, so I'm thinking we'll just whack them on... We'll whack them on the back like that for now. I honestly don't know where they normally go. Also, vents and things, we're actually going to pop those on the back like that, because that makes sense. And, yeah, that looks okay. Okie dokie, so this was by KVAT. Make your power at, so this thing right here, and target max the same as your max RPM. So my target max is 2,500. My max RPM, where even is that? Where is my max RPM? Oh, there it is. Whoa, why is it so high? What the heck? I can't make it the same as my max RPM. Right, anyway, target max, we'll just go with 4,000 then, since that's all we can do. Let's increase this. This will come down, okay? So we want it to be about a 2 liter. There we go. Probably not as big either. But let's bring this back down to 3,600. There we go, 3,600. 3,600. There we go, awesome. Target min, half of your target max. Okay, so... maths. Oh god. There we go. Alright, so now this should be good. Maybe. I don't know. Let's try it. Okie dokie, so we are moving. That is awesome. Let's go ahead and get ourselves up onto here. I don't think I've done like an awful job of this, but I don't think it looks as good as it could. So I might end up coming back to the Panzer IV in the future. It seems a bit too squat for me. But the length and the width are like how it should be, which yeah, it puts me off a little bit. Anyway, let's see if we can get across the trench. Indeed we can. That's awesome. Alright, let's do what we always do. We'll put it up against the Centurion and fire! Okay, that didn't work. Alright, it's coming for me. It's coming for me. Turn. Drive, 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 drive. And there we go. Alright, cool. So we can take out the Centurion with this thing at very close range. Cool. Alrighty, so I guess I'm actually going to leave this one here. We do actually have a tank now that does work, and it gets off the starter post, which is awesome. It just seems like it's not tall enough. So I think in the future we might make another one of these, make it a little bit taller, make the turret a little bit better shaped, and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm not very good at building off of like looking at something, so in the future I'll make something a little bit different. But for now, I want to say thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.